Today we had a meeting of the Energy Committee of the Northeast Asia Economic Forum. And I am a very strong supporter of the Northeast Asia Economic Forum because it is non-political. It has brought together the United States, 7 countries, United States, Japan, Russia, China, Mongolia, and North Korea and South Korea to look at the economic issues and how that region can be helped by a better economic cooperation and activities.
What is the key energy regional issue for Northeast Asia?
My sense is it's the ongoing issues related to oil supplies, energy security associated with oil supplies, because everybody other than Russia will need to be importing a lot of oil to make their economies be as effective and efficient as possible.
I think the key issue, number one, is conservation. I think it's a more efficient energy use, and then looking at the kind of energy that exists, not just depend on coal or oil or even natural gas, but looking more at nuclear, looking more at renewable sun energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, to make it possible for a whole mix of energy to be used, but used very efficiently and economically.
What does green growth mean to you?
It's a collection of things that you're going to try to do from the standpoint of end-use energy efficiency, demand response, the use of the smart grid to develop renewable energy in a way that is going to make sense from an economic perspective and a grid perspective. And that spills over into how do you make industry more efficient? How do you make use of residences and hotels more efficient?
We are still facing a lot of problems as the degradation of environment and the energy consumption, the increasing amount of energy consumption. So during the next 5 years, the government have paid much more attention to the transformation of economic growth model and try to reduce our reliance on the traditional energy such as coal, and pay much more attention to the improvement of the environment.
What are some strategies for promoting renewable energy and energy efficiency? What are the challenges and solutions to integrating renewable energy and energy efficiency?
It's a great challenge for the government to sustain the development of that, because compared with the conventional energy, the new energies, the cost is very higher. So in order to maintain the sustainable development in the sector, I think we should change out some of our laws and the regulations about the conventional energy sector. For example, maybe the government, all the countries should continue to raise the level or threshold for the entry of the conventional energy sector, and on the other hand, we're tightening the environmental standards so that the renewable energy can get more room to develop.
Also, we have incentives and policy initiatives to introduce more renewable energies, like renewable portfolio standards, which require electric companies to have certain share of renewable electricity among the total electricities.
Yeah, the green growth, especially the part of renewable energy, is very high on agenda for our government's policy, because Mongolia's the vast land and the relatively small population, which is very dispersed throughout the vast areas, need more energy as a whole, particularly renewable energy. The challenge now we're facing is the investment, and also the national engineers and educated the part of the policy.
Well, the integration really requires linking a number of things. I use this as what I call the 5 E's, if I got the number correct. I mean, there's certainly the energy, there's certainly environment, and there's certainly economics, and those things jump out at you. But there's also education and equity. So in order for us to be doing the right thing for all of the population and not just some of the population, you really need to consider equity. And we must do a better job with education, because people don't understand some of the things that we're trying to do. So you need to do that, and then further linking energy, environment, and economics. The other linkage needs to be between how do you develop standards, how do you develop regulations, and how do you utilize them to drive the insertion of renewable energy systems and end-use energy efficient systems into the economy. And I should point out that at times regulations are actually impediments to that. So we need to look at regulations that allow us to be more effective at that.
In November 2011, Hawaii is hosting the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Annual Summit. What opportunities in the energy industry does APEC present?
Oh, green growth is very timely and very appropriate topic for the APEC. We have challenges we are facing now: energy security, global warming, climate change. All those challenges should be overcome in line with economic growth.
The discussion we're having today at the Northeast Asia Economic Forum is a useful start for looking at how the countries that belong to APEC are doing things to develop renewable energy systems and integrate them into their economy, making better use of end-use energy efficient products to put into their economy. And basically this has to be an international effort. One country can't do it all, that all of the countries have to be participating and working together and sharing information and knowledge. And that should be something that APEC should really be pushing during the time that they're here.
If we can achieve some of these objectives we share together now in Northeast Asia in the context of North America, we will be contributing to the stability and peace and then economic prosperity in this region.